cold. It's like 55 degrees. I think it'll warm up. I hope it'll warm up. I didn't look at the forecast or anything. My phone was dead this morning. Charging now. Right ahead of me. 8 hours of riding. It's about 9, 10 o'clock right now. So hopefully I'll get it. Yeah, around 7, 8 o'clock. 9 is the very latest.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Highway 101 is boring, but let's face it, it's basically a long and mostly straight road. One thing I do like about the route though is all the ocean and shit. It smells like pirates and sea monsters and other things you find on the open sea. Freedom, by God, it smells like freedom. Day 2 was pleasant, except I was cold for most of it. The overcast was a near constant companion, loyal to a fault because I wanted that shit to abandon me. I didn't have my heated jacket liner with me, but I did have my rain jacket, which was a pretty decent windbreaker, so I spent most of the day putting it on and taking it off and putting it on and so on. I didn't know it at the time, but it makes me look really fat, so I cut most of those shots out. I want you to see only my good side, or at least not my fattest side. I wasn't due for a break yet, but there's a mile or so stretch of cars in front of me on the road, and they were all going really slow, so I figured I'd take a break and take in some of this view. I'm in California. Just got into California about 45 minutes ago, maybe an hour. It's really pretty. Obviously, you can see that it's really pretty. All around, mountains and ocean and shit. That's what this trip is for, eh?
I'm about an hour away from my campsite for the day. Just pulled off of 101 onto the Avenue of the Giants. Here in the Redwoods. It's quite a bit warmer than it was earlier. So I'm going to take off this rain jacket and put on my other helmet. Anyway, my ass fucking hurts. This is maybe the most number of hours I've ever done in one day. Oh, I can't wait to drink a beer. Should stop at a gas station before I get to camp. Get some firewood. Well, actually, I don't know if I'll even be able to make a fire. But definitely get a beer. You know how things be. It's funny, I thought I was super prepared for the trip. It's always the little things. Pretty out there. Trees are big. Big old tree. Big old tree.
South of Eureka, 101 heads inland and turns into a freeway, but being away from the coast meant I warmed up quite a bit, and I was able to take off my high-vis fattening device for the last time and head into the redwoods. This was my second time riding through this forest, and cuss if I know why, but the second go-round wasn't as cool. Maybe the lesson there is to be like a shark and never try to date your former lover. I mean, always swim forward or die. Maybe some of the magic had dried up, but it's still impossible to ride a motorcycle through the redwoods without imagining you're on the forest moon of Endor riding a speeder through the trees trying to evade a wannabe Jedi, and so that's what I did. The signage for the state recreation area where I was camping that night was complete garbage, and I had to backtrack a bunch of times to find it. But find it I did, and with time to get firewood and beer. At this point, I finally felt like the trip had started, and I was looking forward to day 3. About 2 hours away from the campsite, and it's really pretty. A little bit chilly though. I fucked up. I didn't bring my heated jacket liner. Luckily, my rain jacket that goes over my jacket is a pretty good windbreaker. I've had to use it a few times so far today. The weather has been nuts. It's been as cold as 50 and as warm as 86. Bonkers. Well, back to it.